hello. Hey, listen to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 142. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan, and we're going to regale you with tales from Vegas with a very special guest. Now, hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What's going down?
Whole ton is going down. We're going to replay something that's with something in the can from our adventure down in Las Vegas at the MF. So we're going to play that for the people now. But before we do that, we have to thank our generous sponsor, face2facegames.com. They're Canada's biggest Magic store.
Very much so. And we've got, just because we've got a couple minutes, we can mention that we've got the $25 gift certificate crowd credit voucher.
Yep.
Rishidan Pawn Shop from last week or from yesterday.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying.
Yes. Check out one of our episode posts on face2facegames.com. Leave us a comment. Tell us how handsome we are or not. Let Face2Face know that they've done the right thing by picking us up and having them on their team. We'll get you entered in to win a $25 credit from the store. Caveat to that, you have to make sure you have a Face2Face Games account that we can credit.
Very much so. It's easy. You just go and type your name in and sign up.
It takes 18 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes. And we also are giving away a Feline Ferocity deck. You can get entered to win that by checking out our YouTube page, yowling at the moon outside the like button's window late at night.
That'll do it.
Or sharing any of our giveaway posts on Twitter. That's at CCO Podcast, at CCO Brando, or checking out any of our giveaway posts on Facebook, CCO Podcast on Facebook, and that will get you entered in to win Feline Ferocity, an underrated, underappreciated deck.
Giveaways. Notes below.
Check out CommanderCookout.com.
Ooh, yeah, very much so.
Yeah, dude. So, something a little different from us today. We actually recorded the following interview guest spot.
Yeah, with you said special guest and that we're here today with. Well, he's like sort of special. He's fine.
He's fine.
He's not really here. He's like not here.
He's here in spirit and in voice.
Yes, of course, we are talking about DJ from the Jumbo Commander YouTube channel. Of course, everybody knew that's who we were talking about.
Yeah, of course they did. When we don't mention we hate that guy and somebody in a sentence, it's usually DJ.
Yeah, that's right.
That's actually the truth.
At Jumbo Commander on Twitter, you can find him there, or just by searching Jumbo Commander on YouTube. He has a real YouTube channel.
Yeah, he does like totally medium deck techs and stuff that are entertaining and informative, but different. Different than what we do.
Very much so. You know what? In all honesty, I do partake in the DJ videos. I've watched quite a few of them as well. I am a big fan of Jumbo Commander, which is why it was really cool to hang out with him in Vegas. We had a beer with him. We had a couple of beers with him. We hung out in his super sweet penthouse. Yeah, let's call a spade a spade. We had a couple beers. We ate a bunch of his food for free, and we checked out his penthouse at the Hard Rock. That was so baller. It had like studs and like leather on the walls with pictures of naked chicks. Because, I mean, it's rock and roll, right?
Yeah, it's the Hard Rock penthouse.
Yeah, and the bathroom had a glass wall that you could only see one way through. So if you're taking a shit, you could look out the window at somebody or like out the window of the penthouse, but they can't see you.
Oh,
yeah, totally cool.
It's super cool. Yeah, it was a good time. I'm glad we got to do that. It was that's the South Canadian ambush that we call that. So we show up, we drink your beer, we eat your food, we have a good time, and then we leave.
South Canadian ambush.
Yeah, the actual.
There's beer drinking and naked chicks, and we're saying it's an ambush. Don't Google any of that.
The actual Canadian ambush, as was mentioned on Twitter, is when you show up somewhere in Canada during the winter and you slip on the ice and fall down, and we laugh at you really, really hard, and then we help you up, and we all go for a beer.
I didn't know that.
No, that's a real thing.
This is the last thing before we cut to the interview, because it's getting late. We're recording on a Wednesday night. We want to get out of here. I'm going to go drink some beer. I'm trying to convince DJ, because he's selling his house in California land, the land of the free, that's falling into the ocean.
Sure.
I'm trying to convince him to move up here and be my neighbor. So if you see any of those posts on Twitter, make sure you retweet those two.
Yes, that'd be neat.
There's a lot right beside me that's for sale. He could custom build. That's what I'm saying. He could custom build his dream home. He'd never have to leave. We could have a zip line from his house to my house, and his words, not mine. Think of the crossovers that we could have together. We could make dozens and dozens of dollars in ad revenue.
Ooh.
Yeah, doesn't that
yes.
sound good? We could
Yes.
buy like half a beer with $12 in Canada.
Totally worth it.
That's it.
It's totally worth it. So, again, this is a couple of weeks old, but we had a great conversation with DJ. We're going to throw to it now. Enjoy, and we'll see you at the end. Hey, what's up, everybody? We're here in Vegas at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, so way far away from Studio CCO, with our friend Jumbo Commander, DJ. You know him well. Say hi, DJ.
Hello everyone, my name's DJ, and I'm part of the Jumbo Commander YouTube channel, and I'm here with CCO Nation.
Oh, that's the best.
The leaders of CCO Nation. Two things. You sound so much like a radio guy.
Shit.
I can't even believe it. Brando recently had some extra radio time at like his local station, and I think that it's
gone to my head.
gone
Is
straight
it
to his
like
head.
is it like going to another country and picking up an accent? Like you picked up the radio accent from a little bit of extra work?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
I
It's
talk
funny.
like that
It's
sometimes.
funny that it doesn't actually exist in you already, because all you hear all day at work is just radio guys.
When I was talking to a guy at one of the games I played today, actually, I was selling him on the cast and telling what we were doing. I gave him a sticker and a pack and stuff, and I was like, and if you listen to us on the Commander Cookout podcast, I was like, oh my god, I'm fucking a commercial. I'm a commercial. Oh.
You're a commercial for an excellent product.
Welcome to Vegas. There are plenty of commercials here, and there are some excellent products.
No.
So we're in DJ's room. He is at the Hard Rock Penthouse Suite because he's a baller,
Out of control.
and it's huge in here. We're in a cavern. That's why it sounds like we're maybe echoing a little bit.
That's why it sounds like we're in a cave, because we kind of are.
And we wanted to pick his brain a little bit about Magic Space and the greater gaming community, a little bit outside of what CCO usually talks about, but we wanted to talk about Magic. And you're a dad. I'm a dad.
I am a dad, yes.
Father of one.
One. She's 2.5.
I have a dog. She's also 2.
I have 2 dogs.
That counts. Nice.
Yeah.
All of our like subordinates are kind of the same smartness. They have the same IQ right now.
Yes.
Your dog won't get any smarter. Our kids, hopefully, they will.
That's
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's hoping.
So we were talking a little bit about just how, social media and kids and just dad stuff, and I've touched with Brando a few times about how
You touch Brando?
I've touched Brando a few times
Inappropriately.
and we've talked about bullying. I don't know, this is all going downhill very quickly. We're at Vegas, there's thousands of people, and I love how gaming has become more mainstream.
I think you're feeling sentimental because when you walk into the convention center at Magic Fest Las Vegas and you just see people everywhere, and it might not look exactly like your game store because it looks like a variety of people, and you shake hands with people and they're from across the country, they're even from like crazy places like Canada, and it's actually really like emotional seeing all the people come together and basically everyone just there to, number one, celebrate the game and just like hang out with each other and play Magic. It's like a really good feeling, and I think right now we're riding that high.
Very much so, and all of it comes to like you show up at this weird place and it's otherworldly hot. It's like triple digit temperatures. If we're talking about Canadian units, it's like 41 here, 42.
Yes.
It's like 100 and
It was
112.
It was 111 when I got in my car.
So otherworldly hot, but you walk into the convention.
How hot was it in the car?
I don't know.
If it's 111 outside and the sun's beating down on the car, like how hot is it? That's not even safe.
No, it isn't.
You shouldn't.
I almost died.
That's why you don't put your dog
I got
in
in
there.
the I got in the car and yeah, it was bad.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
You walk into the convention center and you see your friends and you see people playing Magic and you get this familiar sense of home and I don't know, this
You do,
familiar
don't you? You
familiarity.
totally do, don't you?
Yeah.
This has happened a few times, like with other things that I've been involved in, where you just kind of meet someone and you're like, oh my gosh, you play Magic, and suddenly you feel like you are connected and you have a friend.
I'm not even shitting you. This is what happened to me the other day. So I'm getting CCO hats embroidered the other day, and it was a nightmare, FYI, because the embroidery machine like skipped a hat off like their little peg, and it like.
Wait a second, how does one get a CCO hat?
Merch is coming. We're working on a few things with some closer members of CCO Nation. Shirts, stickers, hats, maybe some play mats, maybe some other top secret merch that only a few people have been privy to.
So to get in on the ground floor, I would probably have to go to patreon.com/
Whoa! What? DJ is a true pro. Patreon.com/CCO podcast. He is right.
I'm a patron of the CCO podcast.
He is, yeah.
And we appreciate
You know what the coolest thing is ever about DJ is, like, 2 years ago when we first started doing CCO podcast, you sent us a Christmas card.
I did.
You did, and I showed Brando, and he's like, "Oh, that's so nice. People actually want to send us stuff." And I still have that Christmas card. My son got a hold of it,
Oh, no.
and he, like, it was one of the things that he kind of just took out of the office. You know, like, there's spare bulk cards that are now his because they're all bent in half. You know how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
And there's, like, an empty Dominaria booster box from last year's Vegas, and the DJ Jumbo Commander Christmas thank you card is one of the things that my kid got. Now it's, like, buried at the bottom of his toy box. Every so often he finds it, and it's, like, his favorite thing.
Why am I, like, more happy that it's at the bottom of a toy box than, like, on a bulletin board or something like that? That makes me so happy.
Because now it's still making somebody happy.
It still makes
right?
him happy every time, and it does remind me of that comforting place that is whatever, a local game store, a GP, a Magic Fest,
Bringing it back around.
playing with your friends, whatever it is, right?
So what is it about Magic that gives us this feeling? What about Magic, like, has us connect? Because, like, I played World of Warcraft for a long time, and I made some friends on there, but, like, I don't know if it reached the same level of connection.
Did you go to a wedding in the game? I did that once.
I was a guild leader, and I had two of my guild members get married in the game. I also had 2 guild members leave their significant others.
No.
That's a thing?
Yes.
No.
And go to they flew to Australia. The girl flew to Australia to be with someone else, and all 3 of them were in the guild, and we had to, like, have, like, an intervention and say, like,
That's some real life shit.
no, none of you can raid anymore because we're not gonna, like, have your outside drama be a part of this guild. It was, yeah.
You can't raid Molten Core with us because you're too busy raiding his Blackrock Spire.
Hey, listen,
Good references right there. Good
God,
job.
I'm out of the loop. Listen, I failed a class in university because I played Diablo 2 so much. Is this the same
But here's
thing?
the thing: if someone says, like, "Oh, I played Diablo 2 as well," like, I played Diablo 2 a lot.
Yeah, there are certain games that span the test of time that have a length and a breadth, and because they're so good, right? So what is it about Magic? Well, it's been around. Everybody knows who it is. There's over 40 million registered players worldwide.
I did not know that. That is a true fact right there. That's crazy.
There are, because it's been around, what are we, 26, 7 years we're going on, whatever it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who it is, or everybody
What it
knows
is.
what it is. Everybody's parents know what it is, so you're almost tripling the number of people who know what it is, right? And it's
So I
just,
heard
is it the best game of all time? Is it the best game of all time?
I'm sure people will argue that things like
Chess.
Don't say sports.
taking sports, I would say, like, people argue for classics like
But here's the
chess
thing,
or
though, like,
Sorry or something like
I
that.
like watching sport. Not really. I'm lying. But, like, sports are good.
I like sports.
But, like, you don't necessarily, like, play sports. There's a point in time where, like, you watch football. Many people watch American football.
Yep.
And don't play it, like, because it's, like, very difficult to play.
And you can speak to this one. You've been tailgating, and you
Yeah.
go in, and everybody's there, and you're there to watch a football game, and everybody's in on it, and everybody's there for the same reason.
You just blew my mind. Did you see my mouth actually
Yeah.
opened?
And then you go to a Magic Fest, and it's not like you're going there to celebrate a team or watch a game or drink a beer. You're hanging out with a new friend. You're meeting a new person that's, like, in your circle now, even if it's just for an hour
You
or so.
actually just blew my mind, because when I go to a Magic Fest, I'm literally tailgating for 4 days. That's what I'm doing. I'm showing up, I'm drinking beer. Not everybody drinks beer, but I do, so, I mean, it is what it is.
Not at the Magic Fest, because
Rules.
rules
Yeah.
are important.
Respect.
Yes.
That's the
I'm
CCO
meeting-
motto. Respect. Respecting rules.
You're a liar, DJ. You are a filthy liar.
I'm meeting friends, I'm drinking beer, I'm eating excellent food all over the city, I'm playing games, I'm watching games. It's the same thing. And you know what? That hits a certain nerve or a note or whatever the saying is with me even more, because I went to an NFL football game and an all-day, like, exclusive private party. I was a baller tailgate party on my honeymoon. So when I come to something like this, even though I'm not with my wife, I'm reliving those types of memories that I had.
So I have a question for you.
Sure.
Are we kind of wearing rose-colored glasses? Are we experiencing something different because we're Commander players? And when we sit down, it's a little bit more social. It's a little bit more, how's it going, smiles. Do you think that people that come to play Magic competitively, that they're doing modern and stuff like that, do you think they're getting something a little bit different? Maybe they're getting something, I don't know, what are they getting out of it? Or
well, okay, I've got two different answers, and they kind of lead down two different conversation paths. So they get something different. Yes. Is it as fun as what we're doing? Probably not. Is that why the Grand Prix numbers are dwindling?
I don't know. I mean, I used to play every format, and I used to go to a lot of GPs to try, and I wasn't like really trying to win them, but I was trying to do well.
You were a Magic player. You weren't a Commander player.
Exactly.
You were a Magic player.
I was a Magic player, and I enjoy myself more now. Just coming to rolling in and
rolling
saying
into
hi
his
to people.
rolling into his penthouse, drinking beer on the 16th floor of Hard Rock. Yeah.
I do enjoy that. Yes.
Yeah.
I think there's something that can be said too. Like when I walked into Vegas this year as opposed to last year, I looked down and I saw the Commander area, and it's like, what? And like it's different and it's lit up, and you see all the main event guys, and they're in the back in the dark flicking their cards, and they're you know what I mean? They're kind of drudging around with their backpacks trying to find their match, and they're waiting in line, and they're looking at a sheet of paper, and everybody in the Commander area, the Commander area, are all mingling and having fun, and they're laughing. And
do you know what? I have a good
Right?
thing.
And I
Okay.
think that maybe-
How about this?
yeah.
How about this comparison? And you inspired me by saying that. So how about this? We're in Vegas. Poker. Have you ever played poker with your buds?
Yep.
You're drinking beers. You're
For
having
sure.
fun. The stakes aren't very high. That is a completely different environment when you're sitting down and you are actually trying to play poker.
That's right.
And you got your hood up and your
you're
sunglasses
still
on.
you're still having fun. There's still this this aggression and
It's
this
still
fun
the
and doing the
same
math
game.
and stuff like that, and it's still the same game, but just the mood changes completely.
That is part of the breadth or the width, whatever we want to call it, whatever word we want to use. That is part of what Magic can offer, and that's why I go back to: is it the greatest game ever? And why has it lasted so long? Because depending on what mood I'm in, or what format I want to play, or how I even feel on that day, that's going to dictate who I play with, what kind of games I play, what format I play, what level of competition I want to play. And Arena only helps that. I know we're not talking about Arena, we're talking about the Magic Fest, but Arena only helps that. The other thing that I wanted to talk about real quick is when you say, what are these people experiencing? Okay, so I leave the Commander area, I look at some vendor stuff, I go to the back of the convention center to go to the bathroom. As I'm coming back, I see a lot of people sitting by themselves. So I see all these people, and you and me and Brando and all of our circle of friends and the EDH Rec crew, and everybody is so social in the Commander area. And then I'm going to the bathroom, and I see all these people that are kind of outliers on the sidelines or at the big circle tables. Usually only trading takes place there, no real games. And I'm wondering, how do we bring these people in? How do we capture them? Do we go over? Do we talk to them? Do we say, hey, what are you doing by yourself? Come play Commander.
I think that's a good question. I think that extends beyond the GPs, because a lot of people wander into local game stores. And if you are an enfranchised Magic player, you will go to a local game store and have your friends. You'll be there with your group of friends. And sometimes it's really safe and it's really nice to just play games with your friends, just play games with the same people. And I do the same thing too. I'll hang out with the people I already know at Magic Fests rather than branching out and meeting new people. I think we do have to kind of challenge ourselves to be ambassadors for the game and also just be good people to those other people out there, because Magic is kind of for everyone.
Is that our first call out? Are we calling people out? CCO Nation style?
Yeah, man.
Get out there. If you're part of CCO Nation, go talk to people. Let's be social, good human beings.
One of the fun things about Magic is if you see somebody sitting alone at a table, that means there's 3 or 4 empty chairs at a table, and if you sit in them, now you're in position to play a game of Magic, which everybody's there to do anyway, right?
Literally everybody is there to play Magic anyway.
That's a really good way to get somebody involved in what they're there to do anyway.
You know, it was a bunch of years ago. I played Magic when I was young, and then like a lot of us do, we kind of give it up for a time and then come back to it and stuff like that. But I had some people move away. I said I played World of Warcraft, and then I stopped. And then I realized that I just didn't have as many friends as I wanted. And as like a grown ass man,
That was an excellent way to put that.
yeah, as like a grown ass man, I was like, do I go to a bar? No, that's weird. And do I like just like hang out with my wife's friends? No, I want like my own.
Two things. Do I go to a bar? What's your wife gonna say? She's gonna say no. What's your wallet gonna say? No. Do I hang out with my wife's friends? What is your wife
I mean,
gonna
I
say?
do hang
no.
out with them anyways, but like,
Yeah.
okay, what do you do? Like, so I literally was like, I like Magic. I'm gonna go to a local game store and I'm just gonna go
See what's up.
and I'm gonna hope I make friends. And it seriously worked.
Super works.
Yeah, turns out it's a good social.
Yeah, it turns out if you're not a scumbag and you roll in and you just play games with people, common interests, man.
F you, Max Crandell, you scumbag.
It's important. You gotta,
It's
you gotta get
important
it
to
in
say
there,
that, yeah.
One of my favorite things about being at Magic Fest right now, this is no shit, this is real talk. I have gotten to dunk on Max Crandell so many times since I've been here. Like right to his face. It is
Man,
awesome.
you know what? I actually love hanging out. You know what my favorite? I was stressed before. I was working so much. I was trying to get everything in and committing to way more than I should have been before I came here. And I got here and we were walking from like the convention center after it closed last night to go get tacos, which were fucking delicious, by the way. And I just said, you know what? I've been working and everybody's stressed and I'm broke anyways, regardless how much I work, so it doesn't even matter. But I'm just so happy to be with all of, like, with Brando, with Max Crandell. He can still...
With DJ.
With DJ, with everybody, right? So it's familiar to me. It feels good. It's fun. And it even reminds me, like I said, of being with my wife, right? At a tailgate. Even though she's not here, I'm thinking about her because... That's what Magic affords me the opportunity to do, is still think about the people that I love, even though they're not here.
On that note, just before we started recording this, I was running around DJ's room like an insane person, like video conferencing everything to Kyla to show her like the cool place that I'm in right now, right? Like just being here is really neat.
She probably didn't even care.
She probably does. She's probably super jealous. We're gonna get into a big fight about it because I showed her.
So what's the takeaway? Are we telling people go to GPs or go to Magic Fest? Sorry.
Can I say, I was thinking about this just now. Playing at a local game store, being at like MF Calgary, being at Vegas last year, being anywhere I've ever played Magic, including today on my way out to the car to come here to do this recording right now. When you're sitting playing Magic with all these new people and all these new friends, it always feels like that kind of comfortable sameness. Like sameness is usually not the best, but like when I walked out of the hall for GP Vegas and the heat hit me again, I was like, holy shit, yeah, I'm in Vegas right now. Like it didn't, because it feels like home. It feels like home when you're in all these, you're doing your thing with all these new people.
I think the
That's
takeaway,
really cool.
the takeaway to answer your question using what you just said, the takeaway is go to a Magic Fest, yes. Find the people that look like they're having fun and play with them. Emulate what they're doing with people who look like they're not having fun. And make them feel like they're at home.
That's good.
Yeah.
Take the people that are having those good experiences and learn from that and spread it around.
Expand it.
Take
Extrapolate it.
Yeah. Take it home to your playgroup, you know?
Yep.
It's almost like spreading good in the world is a good thing. It's like it works. We're proving that it works here in the Magic community.
Did Jumbo Commander just make like the CCO podcast like a little bit more wholesome?
Oh,
like a
I
little
don't know.
bit, like a little bit like nicer, a little bit.
Dude, we're gonna get you so trashed after this.
Yeah.
Like, we're just gonna crawl out of here. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna take all those beer on the counter behind you, and we're just gonna like tie you up with the picture of the lady with no shirt on.
Yeah, there's like a naked lady picture.
The Hard Rock is an intense hotel. It's pretty cool.
It is
really
intense.
is.
I like it.
This is cool, man. Like, Jesus.
Finish it up.
Finish it up. So I guess to put a final note on it, I usually put the final cherry on the top in situations like this on our show on the regular episodes of CCO Podcast. However, today we have a special guest in DJ from Jumbo Commander. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, we
and
are
sharing a beer with me.
where he is.
And I'm gonna let, yeah, but he's on our show. He's in CCO Nation now,
I suppose.
And where, just like we've been talking
Does he
about.
get a special nickname?
I've been calling him the Deej.
The
Can I call him
Deej?
that?
We've
The
got the
Deej.
Deej and Dooch.
The Deej,
and
the
I
Dooch,
already
and the Deej.
I already called Dana Roach DR. So can we
Durr.
just call you
Deej.
Deej?
I like Deej. You like Deej?
People have called me Deej for a very long time, so you would be in good company.
We got him.
Oh, we are in good company.
That is
Got
something
it.
people don't usually say to us.
Let's have a beer.
Take
agree.
us home, DJ. Say goodbye to the people.
Thank you so much for listening to us, CCO Nation. I'm happy to be on this episode and happy to be with these two fine gentlemen here. Thank you so much for listening to this, and hopefully I'll be on one day soon.
Ooh,
I don't know.
teaser.
We'll figure something out.
He's going to give us our phone number. He's going to get an FU and a prank phone call.
Sounds
Just
tremendous.
throwing that out there. Brando, tell him what to do.
Check us out again on the next episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!
What's a boof?
Go boof!
Boof.
There we go.
Is that a
works.
boof? I don't know what a boof is.
That's a move.
That's it.
There it is. A conversation with DJ, Jumbo Commander, and the two of us knuckleheads. We want to thank DJ for doing that interview with us. We want to thank all of you for being here. We want to thank FaceToFaceGames.com. They're Canada's biggest Magic store, and they help us keep the lights on. And we're going to see you back again for another Deck Tech Proper on another episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!